What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Oceania Championship. I am T-Man, and I'm back again. Finally back from our long break. I was in Melbourne for the recent International Championship. As you guys know, I did do very well there. I placed in the top 8 once again. So, pretty good season so far, and we're going to hope to build off of that. But when I got back, I did get a little bit sick, so I decided to take a little bit more of a break. Mostly because I really just couldn't talk at the time. I completely lost my voice, but glad to be back. We'll be doing this as much as we can. And I figured I'd just be streaming, or I'm going to stream a little bit later on, but I'm just going to be recording now with my internationals team. The same team that I used in London, with the one change being the Buzzwole over the Tapu Bulu. Pretty much every mon has some small changes to this, except for the Tapu Koko. Everything else, though, has small little tweaks from the London team, but for the most part is pretty identical to what I was running there. So hopefully find some games today and get some more battles in with this. I do want to start switching it up in the future, since this team is so boring for me to play now. I've played it so much, but I figure we do it to kind of break ourselves back into it. And we're going to get a team of Tapu Lele, Gastrodon, Magnezone, Whimsicott, Arcanine, and Kartana. So, obviously Gastrodon's a huge problem. We don't have Tapu Bulu anymore, so being able to one-shot is not something we can really do anymore. But, that being said, the reason why we have Toxicon Porygon 2 exclusively for that Gastrodon, so we can bring Porygon 2 and hopefully Toxic that and deal with it that way. Buzzwole also does a lot of damage to it, so to be careful of the opposing Tapu Lele. So, I think I want to go with something like Muck, P2, Buzzwole. And then I probably bring one of the water types just in case anyways. Kind of want to bring Pelipper because of the Focus Sash. It allows me to also start hurricaning away at the Kartana and the Arcanine. So I don't think either of those are bad mons to bring. I think I'm going to go with Pelipper. But yeah, if I can get a Trick Room, I should be in a decent spot. The only thing that can really stop it would be Taunt from either the Whimsicott or the Tapu Lele, most likely. And having Muck to throw off both of those should be pretty good. If he doesn't want to stay in and taunt, then I can likely pick him a knockout with Poison Jab. So let's see what he decided to lead. It's going to be Whimsicott and Magnezone. So I think you can probably assume taunt on the Whimsicott. It could be Fake Tears Whimsicott, which would only really be a problem if it was also Electrium Z Magnezone. Am I worried about that, or I just want to go for Poison Jab and Trick Room? Okay. I'm gonna go for the Trick Room, go for the Poison Jab. Worst case scenario, he goes for a Fake Tears, but nope, he's just gonna go for a Tailwind actually, so we're gonna Trick Room here, almost definitely. And we're gonna see a Magnet Rise from the Magnezone, and with no ground types on my team, that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But yeah, Poison Jab, wow, no Focus Sash either, so Whimsicott's just taken out. I am pretty low on the ladder right now. Used rating season just can start for battle spots, so I'm going to be down on the low 1500s while I try and work my way up. Hopefully I should be able to just grind some games, maybe off camera, and get myself a little bit higher, but until then, we're going to be stuck down in the low 1500s, so Kartana's going to come in here, and Porygon's not in the best spot. I want to switch up Porygon for Buzzwole. I just don't want to take too much damage in the process. I think I'll go for a knockoff onto the Kartana just to break the Focus Sash. Give me some more options next turn. I could start cursing there, but both of these mons could potentially be holding Focus Sash, the Focus Sash on Magnezone being sturdy. the ability, so. Oh, it's Scope Lens, because of course it's Scope Lens, but that's good. He can't crit us anymore. Gonna go for Smart Straight into the Muck, and we're just gonna hang on with 15 health, which is solid. Yeah, that's about average damage output. So now I can go for a superpower into the Magnet Zone. Magnet Zone's the much bigger threat. If I remove Magnet Zone, I should just be able to clean up with the rest of the team here. Yeah, the problem is that, of course, Pelipper is carrying Brian, so I need to do damage to the Magnet Zone before I can actually take it out. And double up here into the Magnet Zone will allow me to break through Sturdy even. And Magnet Zone's actually going to be faster than Buzzwole, which means that Magnet Zone's really, really fast. Buzzwole is 118 speed, so that Magnet Zone has to be very, very much invested to outspeed that Buzzwole. I'm saying outspeed, of course, since I am in Trick Room. Now let's see what the last mon is. It shouldn't be anything I can't deal with. It is Gastrodon, so all I gotta do here is go for a superpower into the Kartana slot, switch into Porygon 2, and as soon as I get Toxic down on that Gastrodon, I should be in a good spot. Yeah, we are just gonna see a forfeit there. There wasn't too much my opponent could do. The only real win con would have been maybe Toxic on the opposing. Or no, not even Toxic. He would have needed like Fissure. We do see some of the Gastrodons running that nowadays. Fissure with the Tectonic Rage, show off the Z move, which does a decent amount of damage to things like Muck and Magnet Zone. Picks up knockouts on some of the Muck, if I remember correctly. Since that is 180 base power Z move. Stab, super effective Z move. But yeah, the whole reason the Buzzwole was added onto the team in the first place was because going into Melbourne, there was a lot of Gigalith that I saw doing well at local, like recent regionals. So expecting to see a decent amount of that Buzzwole was added onto the team, and based off of what happened in Melbourne, the amount of Gigalith I did hit, I think I hit something like 7 or 8 of the 15 rounds I played. So that's pretty insane. Alright, so we're gonna get the Team Shade Viera used, and then the team that Zoe modified to win Melbourne Internationals with. So this is going to be the Shade version, the original, with Pheromosa, Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Gyarados, Drifblim, and Magnet Zone. So how do I want to handle this? How I normally handled this was leave Tapu Koko Porygon 2, since going into Trick Room is really, really strong against this team, I found. The question is, what do I want to bring them back? I want to bring... I'm thinking I'm going to bring Buzzwole and Muck, because they give me answers against most of the slower parts of the team that it's going to be difficult for me to deal with in Trick Room. Buzzwole specifically is good here because it allows me to do with Garchomp without having to bring Golduck. Yeah. Being able to Ice Punch the Garchomp should be pretty good in this matchup. If I can get Trick Room up. We're going to see Magnet Zone and Pheromosa as the leads though, so I definitely have to play around high jump kick now from Pheromosa. How do I want to handle this? I think my best play is to probably go for something like a Dazzling Gleam or a Volt Switch off the Pheromosa and then switch up Porygon 2 to Buzzwole. Yeah, Pheromosa is one of the more challenging things to deal with, depending on its partners. Just leading Ducks into this is kind of hard, because of the potential of Tailwind from Drifblim. So I think what I'm going to do is go for the Volt Switch off the Pheromosa, and I'm gonna go into the. I'm gonna go for Dazzling Gleam because I know that the Magnezone usually carries Sturdy on this kind of team, and I want to break Sturdy just in case I can, pick up a knockout with Buzzwole next turn onto the Magnezone. And we are gonna see the high jump kick into the Buzzwole. Let's just be doing like 30%. Yeah, but like 25-ish, which is definitely solid. Yeah, there's the focus test there on the Pheromosa, so break that focus test, break Sturdy on the opposing Magnezone, and let's see what Magnezone decided to go for. Alright, Coco. This is probably against Coco. Maybe he double Porygon too, not thinking he can pick up a knockout. I think that's definitely possible as well. In which case, Buzzwole is definitely going down. Yeah. Because of this focus test for Pheromosa, he knows he can't pick up a knockout by just going for a high jump kick, so he doubled into it, which is a solid play. I definitely bring in Muck here since I'm still at risk of taking the high jump kick. Pheromosa likely either goes for an attack into the Muck, whether it be high jump kick or a U-turn, or just goes for Poison Jab on the Tapu Koko. I think. How can he knock out my Muck this turn? I guess a combination of U-turn, not doing 50%, plus a Thunderbolt would do the trick. Okay, I want to go for Volt switching Curse, I think. Alright, he draws Pheromosa. Ooh, it's the Garchomp. That's not what I wanted to see. Alright. Flash Gun's gonna target down Tapu Koko, do around 60%. And I'll get the curse up, which is okay. He already used his Z-move, so I know that he can't Tectonic Rage now, which is fine. Which means he probably goes for Protect Earthquake in this situation. If I go for knockoff onto the Garchomp, I can get chip damage and possibly pick up a knockout with Dazzling Gleam next turn, so I think I'm gonna try and go for that. I want to say, man, this one's definitely protecting this turn. And assuming it is Tectonic Rage on the Garchomp, I probably should have gone for Poison Jab in this situation instead of knockoff, since I get the lower base power here. And it could matter depending on how bulky the opposing Garchomp is. Yeah, we are going to see the Protect from the Magnezone. This is likely a Earthquake. Let's see how much this does to Muck at +1. Alright, he does just enough to activate the Figgy Berry, which is good. I'll take a little bit more from Recoil, but I'll definitely be able to live another Earthquake, which is solid. Alright, so I got enough damage to pick up a knockout with Dazzling Gleam. I think Garchomp protects here, and Magnezone goes for Flash Con into the Tapu Koko. So I'm going to double up into the Magnezone with Knockoff and Volt Switch. Yeah. Yeah, Garchomp goes for Protect here, so I guess it's because I gotta hope that the Magnezone went for Flash Cannon instead of Thunderbolt into my Porygon 2 switching in here. The problem here is that Pheromosa can still come in. Pheromosa still is really, really problematic. Yes, okay. He did go for Flash Cannon, so Porygon 2 should still be sitting at very high health. And knockout should pick up a knockout. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Pheromosa coming in here for free is kind of troublesome, but I did take care of the Magnezone, which I didn't really have too much to deal with anyway, so I think it's probably a worthy trade-off. I need to get Trick Room up. He likely goes for a high jump kick. He's also likely doubling up, though. Alright, so I'm going to go for Trick Room, and I'm going to go for a knockoff into the Pheromosa slot, just in case for whatever reason he switches out. I'm guessing he's just going to take the knockout on the Porygon to the single target double up. He could Earthquake his own Pheromosa if he thinks I can pick up a knockout, but I don't know. I highly doubt it in this situation. Ooh, he did just KO from there. Okay. Gets the attack boost. Goes for Earthquake. Alright. The only bad part about that is I could have gone for Poison Jab then. Oh, the critical hit picks up the knockout though, which is pretty huge. See, I thought that a switch, like a U-turn from the Pheromosa was more likely than him Earthquaking his own Pheromosa. So, we're gonna see Drifblim as the final Mon here, so a Volt Switch and a knockoff should pick up a knockout onto Drifblim here, no problem. And if he were to take a knockout this turn, since he didn't get the Unburden boost, I'll be able to, double into the Drifblim and pick up a knockout with 2 attacks from either Coco and Coco again or Coco then Muck. So, Volt Switch actually just picks up a knockout anyway. So, that was a interesting second game. I could have Poison Jabbed in 2 situations against Z-move Garchomp, but ends up working out in the end. I don't know if the crit mattered so much, because what would have happened then is I could have gone for something like a Dazzling Gleam like Garchomp and then knocked out the Drifblim with knockoff. I guess it comes down to a mind game of whether or not I call the Protect on the Garchomp that turn as I Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, that's pretty much all it really, like, it took away the guessing game there at the end, so, good games for my opponents, and, hopefully we'll be back with another episode this week, as well as the team report very, very soon. The written report is going to be going up on Trainer Tower very, very soon, so, make sure you follow me on Twitter at TeamMVGC, since I'll definitely be posting it there, when it does in fact go up. And I'll be working on a video version of the report as well, mostly just talking about changes to the team from London, since I still do have the London team report up here. But just talking about why I did some of the changes that I did, and maybe going a little more in depth on how to play the team rather than just building it in concept. So thank you very, very much, guys, and that is all. I'll see you guys next time.